Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spooty.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you. Thumbs up, Elgin says, with his thumb, not his mouth. Why?
Thumbs up.
Hey, thanks for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. There's a lot of stuff in the world to give your attention to, so we appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time. You're also going to learn soon enough, we are not toy experts. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy to think, but
I am.
That's not true. Corey's also a notorious liar, so you'll learn that soon enough.
I got a badge.
You need to make you a little
badge.
badge,
Oh,
like a sheriff's badge.
Yeah.
You can just
Yeah.
wear.
Or
Well,
like pilot wings.
The rest of us are going to get some details wrong. It's bound to happen.
The rest of us.
Yes. So let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
Hey, I'm a G.I. Joe expert.
Says who?
The G.I. Joe's group on Facebook. They gave me a badge.
On vocals and lead guitar and a true master of the universe, he's the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
I don't have a badge.
Aw.
There's one on your hat. I
Sweet.
mean, it's a hat pin, but it's kind of a badge.
Awesome.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spooty.
I don't have anything funny to say.
I'll insert the cricket noises in the post. And on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. I'm here to share my love of Transformers and all things awesome. Dudes! BPS! BTS!
Bisphenol.
What's
Nope.
that stand for? Elgin?
Big Bad Toy Store.
You know it does.
Nice one.
And
Nice.
the next
Hilarious.
time you want to visit,
It was the funniest one yet.
it might be. And the next time you want to visit BBTS, use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. It'll take you to the same Big Bad Toy Store you know and love, and doing it that way helps them know that we sent you there. So once again, edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. Do it! On the evening of June 9th, after 1 year of planning, 6 handsome gentlemen climbed into a Ford Econoline 350 XLT and drive off into the sunset. Well, the sun was setting anyway. We were kind of going more south, I think. And we headed on a 5-hour tour. 5-hour tour.
Must have been the sequel.
This is all you, man.
Sequel to Gilligan's Island.
All the way down to Bolivar, Missouri. A place where dreams come true. Peddler's Post. Corey,
What?
it's your fault. You've been begging us to go to this toy store forever.
It looked cool.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
So that's what today's episode's going to be about. It's not going to be your typical, normal, super awesome show that you're used to. It's going to be whatever this ends up being. You'll find out. Stay tuned. It could be cool.
I think so.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
You can follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon at Cracktastic Plastic. All of that can be found at our awesome website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs.
Mm-hmm.
They also have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly caption contest. Why don't you tell them about that, Spooty?
We would take pictures and put them on the internet, and then you leave funny stuff, and then we pick one of them,
And then what happens?
and then we don't agree on that, so we pick another one of them,
And
Uh-huh.
and then we keep
And then
doing
Elgin's wife is the tiebreaker.
that. Pretty much
then, yeah.
whatever Elgin's wife thinks is funny, then we give them a thinger in the mail,
Whoa.
$5
Whoa.
coupon.
in the internet
yeah.
mail.
Okay. Not just anything.
Red Rocket.
So Yeah, so like I said, it's going to be a different kind of show, but just so I have an edit point, we're going to play this fun song. So, right now, we're also going to talk about what toys we picked up on this awesome journey to Bolivar, Missouri in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
So, we are back, and we are going to talk about our awesome trip. We had some friends with us this time, did we not?
We had some
we
friends
did.
with us. We did not did.
Not did we have.
God. And
Friends we had.
Yeah, Jeremy and Eddie.
Jeremy and Eddie came with us.
Both
and
have been on the show. And
both have been on the show. Both are from your friend pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Friends
And
list.
Sorry.
we didn't know until they were in the van that they'd never met before.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't even
I'm sure they've
You're
seen
friends.
each other. They've been in the same room because
Because several hours into the trip, Jeremy introduced himself to Eddie, who
Right.
I've been
Was it that
sitting
long?
next to.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. Hi, I'm
was
Eddie.
it several hours. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Corey
Obviously.
never introduces his friends to his other friends.
No, that's true. How did you guys meet?
I don't know.
Our mom made
Oh,
us,
yeah.
and
Gross.
we just were in the same house all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, Jeremy and Eddie were in the
So
van.
Jeremy had been to this store before.
Yes.
Yes.
And as we found out on our way to this store that we were mostly tricked by Jeremy and Corey that Peddler's Post, although they have every toy line you could want,
Yeah.
they are more of a G.I. Joe centric store.
Yes. And I'm cool with that.
Well, once you got us in the van,
Yeah.
we figured you would be.
I mean, there's a whole lot of once I got somebody in the van in my life.
Okay.
Well, he's got 2 kids.
Yep.
Yep. So
sit on my lap.
This vans are rocking.
we Friday night we left after work, and it's 5 hours from our town to this store, and
If we don't stop for many pee breaks, yes.
yes, Eddie. Such a small bladder. But yeah, 5 hours typically to the store, and we kind of went down, got a hotel, and got some good sleep. Eddie got to experience the Elgin sleep.
Eddie got to experience watching people on TV.
Yeah.
He got really
So
excited.
I bunked with. I was to say bunked, but we were in the same room. We were in the same bed.
There were 2 beds, but
There
they
were 2
shared a
beds.
bed.
Yeah, he's like, I'm scared. I went in to cuddle.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
So whatever you do to me, I'm not going to notice.
yeah. I woke up. And it was all anyway.
There was some there was some jeans making
Well, we
going
were
on the TV.
yeah.
that-
We got in the room and well, first off, the smoke alarm was like beeping because the battery was
happening in the room.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because so then I had to go downstairs and be like, hey, this smoke alarm needs a new battery. So then the guy came up and fixed that. So then we were just like, well, I'm gonna watch some TV. He's like, okay. So then we were just flipping through channels. The first thing we found was like a public television show about making jeans that this guy was
Riveting.
like, yeah. They did rivets.
And
on the
then
jeans.
Oh, yeah.
and Eddie's like, I don't really want to watch this, and Elgin's like, yeah, me neither. Oh, you want to change it? No, not really. Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So we watched the rest of that episode of the making jeans and the people that were like helping this guy. It's like the who's the guy that does like odd jobs?
Micro.
Yeah, it was like that, but like the guy was dumber. And he was just like screwing up and they're just like silently hating him. Then we ended up that was over and we changed the channel to like a featherweight MMA fight, which was awful. It only lasted 3 rounds. And then we watched a Family Guy episode of the Simpsons crossover. And I'm like, all right, it's 1 a.m. We should probably go to sleep.
Jesus.
And, yeah. And so then I'm like, all right, good night. I turned the TV out and I fell asleep immediately. And Eddie was just like,
Immediately.
yeah. As soon as I laid down, like
You
as
don't
soon as the lights
understand
were out,
people.
and I
He
was
has
out.
a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
thought
Eddie,
I had a gift.
yeah. And Eddie was shocked. He's like, that's your superpower, just like falling asleep immediately. He's like, I was just staring at you, which is kind of weird. And you fell asleep. And then apparently my snoring was like, it just ramped up. Like it was like started slowly. And then he's like, and then he's like, I had to put in earplugs. And then he woke up.
For forgetting that
Forgot
he
that he wore earplugs and he thought he was deaf.
woke up.
If that tells you anything you know about Eddie, that's perfect
That's our
encapsulation of Eddie. So yeah, he was impressed that I fell asleep immediately.
I just love the Eddie and a road trip with 5 other dudes in a van. Every time we stopped at the gas station, bought the smelliest food you could possibly buy. Just like beer nuts and
Eddie. Jerky.
yeah.
Gummies and whatever else.
Anyway, I'm sure this is just exciting for the listeners, but yep, we got up, had some breakfast.
Yeah.
The store's calling us like, "Are you here yet? We're open." And we're like,
Oh,
"Just
yeah.
calm down."
Yeah,
All right.
We have Walmarts to go to first.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, so we get there. It's awesome. Everything's cool. I know when I was telling Michelle this, I was like, I'm very, whether I admit it or think about it, I realize I'm probably competitive a little bit. I know that I am when we get to a Walmart. I'm like, I'm usually one of the first ones in there. I gotta get
We're
there.
racing.
You're
to
going to
the
beat me in
toys.
there.
Well, yeah,
That's
but I
given.
know, but like,
Targets.
I brought someone with me that is competition. It's going to buy things that I could buy.
Sure.
You were lucky you didn't,
Yeah.
but Corey's got Jeremy. They're G.I. Joe guys. It's competition. Anyway, so I'm walking in the store and you know I'm trying to scan because I mean I've looked at the pictures. I'm like I know where my Transformers are. I got to find it. And then the dude starts talking to me,
Like,
Rob, and I'm like, no, Spooty can't get by me now. I mean I want to talk to you, but I want
Right behind you.
Spooty's like skirt, and he's
Like,
around.
excuse me.
That's like slow and steady
He
wins
got
the
ahead
race.
of me.
Just like,
He totally got ahead of me, and but yeah, big giant store that doesn't look like a toy store on the outside.
no, it definitely is like the TARDIS, and it's
It kind
goes
of
on
is.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In this tiny small town in
Yeah.
middle lower
Bolivar,
Missouri. Bolivar.
Bolivar.
Did anyone look up like what the sprawl is or how big the population? I
not.
feel like I asked Rob and
You said it was like 30-some thousand for
What?
the entire county.
oh, that's right.
okay.
Yeah.
County.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So bigger than Washington.
I think.
But that's the whole county.
Yeah, I think the best thing, like right away, he's like, everything's unlocked. All the counter, all the glass
Yes.
counters cases are unlocked.
Hey, people we just met.
Yeah, exactly.
My house is your house.
Yeah, look through everything. Look through totes. Look, all the stuff. Pull stuff out. Just go hog
And,
wild.
and when that
basically.
happens,
Yeah.
it happened a couple times
that was
on
awesome.
tour.
Yeah.
And it's just, when it happens, it's like, this place is
You still
cool.
feel weird.
It feels
Yeah,
weird.
a
And I
little
still
bit.
ask a few times, like, can I go back there? Is that okay? He's like, yeah, go back there.
Yeah, but it was.
Stop asking me.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to work here.
but it was cool just to be like, yeah, just look through the bins of parts. Look through, actually having
that
having bins of parts was
Oh,
great.
so
Yeah.
great.
I
But yeah,
think
just
more
going
than
up.
I think about 90% of the stores we go to, like, no, we don't sell parts. No, you
Right.
can't look through the parts. And
Yeah.
there was tons of parts, and I got tons of parts.
Yeah.
Well,
I
not
got-
tons. I got a few parts.
Me
But
too.
yeah, a lot of Southern hospitality sort of feel
Yeah.
going on,
Definitely.
and it's far enough south that it's Southern.
Yeah, I mean it's near Branson.
Yeah,
It's like
and
an
Branson's
hour or so. That's pretty much
yeah,
south.
it's like the Christian Vegas.
Yeah, basically.
And so it's technically 3 floors plus a basement. But I think we all knew going there that the second and third wasn't really necessarily toys. There's stuff up
Yeah.
there, but it was more
I
of what
never actually went up there.
consignment-y,
You didn't miss much.
flea market-y stuff.
It's
A lot of clothing and stuff. but
DVDs,
Which if that's what
Kids'
you're looking
toys.
for,
Sure,
that'd be
yeah,
awesome.
There's a ton of it.
ton. Yeah, it's
Well-
worth.
Plus they have like TVs and computers and
Yeah, he
kind of
yeah.
everything.
He
Electronics.
started off as like a computer repair
Yeah,
dude, and then
electronics
just
repair,
kind of, it's like, all right, I'm gonna be a toy store now, and
exploded.
yeah.
But yeah, it was great to he's like, hey, after you're done looking, we'll take you down in the basement.
Oh yeah, because I
Which
saw
doesn't sound creepy at all.
I saw in some other another toy tubers went through and they got to go down the basement and it just like became this like it's the secret place we want to try and get to, guys. Let's just maybe if we're on our best behavior, Rob will like us and we can
You walk in and he's like, "Hey, you here for the basement?"
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got stuff in the basement.
man,
to
you
look
are
at.
cool. All
Yeah.
right.
But that was cool just to have us go down there and just look through.
Oh my
once again,
God! What a wall of parts,
Just
vehicle
totes
parts.
and totes
Corey,
of stuff.
what did that feel like to see?
Overwhelming and a little,
It-
a little,
Imagine 20
man.
feet
at least.
Yeah.
of wall, completely filled from floor to ceiling in a basement, of just totes broken down by Joe vehicle,
Right. Right.
each filled with parts of each vehicle,
Labeled.
labeled
Easily
alphabetical.
100 totes.
It
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
It was alphabetical, yeah, and
Yeah.
by it
Amazing.
was alphabetical and by year,
Right.
and
oh, it made my OCD real happy.
It
to
was-
see
but
stuff
like I
like
mean that
that.
wasn't the only part down there because there was like other tables and
Yep.
other sections and other cases
Other
and
toy
other
lines
shelves and like, I mean there was like 3 or 4 boxes full of Joe parts and like vehicles that he's like $100 for this entire pile because it's just like it's not stuff we're gonna put in the store. It's
Shells
for customers or customizers, and
Do
it
you
was hard to say no to that.
Do you have regrets about it?
No.
You okay?
No, I'm okay, but it was pretty hard to
Yeah.
say no to that. But I was like, man, what am I? Where am I going to put all this stuff?
yeah.
I looked
Yeah.
through it. I'm like, man, I need this and I need this, but I'm not going to take stuff out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if anybody hears this and you're looking for a giant pile of stuff, and you're anywhere near Rob, go buy this giant pile. I would have paid for it.
You're assuming that this person you're speaking to has the clout and
Clout.
presence of
Oh, like
famousness
yeah.
of
Oh, okay.
Sure,
us
sure.
to be able
Because
to
they
go
might
into
not be.
this.
They might not be an influencer.
Or a content creator.
That's right.
Content
right.
creator, yeah. Have I think I changed that on my Facebook profile. To
Did you?
content. I
So
think
cool.
if not, I'm
You
I
should.
blame-
We all
I'm
should.
I'm sure he likes cash better than that though. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I wish I would have made knowing what I know now of how much Joe stuff there was. I wish I would have made a list of the random parts that I needed for stuff and
Yeah.
just been like, got that. Because I was like, I know I need some parts for this. I don't know exactly what I need.
Yeah.
So I don't like.
Well, I definitely will be making another trip there eventually
You
because
just,
Can
you
I
just
go with
bring
you?
your thing
Yeah.
down there. and
I
it's
know.
like,
I
hey,
show you.
Can
So-
you finish this for me?
Fix
like-
this for me, Dad.
if I do go and you guys don't, then I'm happy to take your lists with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just because I have a lot of like the figures I had from as a kid. They're missing stuff.
Yeah.
They're missing kind of random parts.
Yeah.
And then that Mauler I have has missing parts. So it's like, yeah, it would have. And there were parts in that Mauler box down in the basement that I was like, oh yeah, I
Probably
can't remember
could.
which part I need,
Yeah.
but it's there. But it's nice to know that it is
Yeah.
there and that he has a bunch of stuff there to like, even that when we went over to that far wall with the little trays that had all like stuff
Yeah.
in it, and it's
Yeah.
like stuff for Crazy Legs and stuff for other figures. It's like,
Yeah. Tons of parts.
it's
What a
just,
selection,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it was just like, and Jeremy was going like fucking wild.
He was.
He
Like,
was.
he was
I couldn't keep
excited,
track
like,
of him. He was.
He was all over the place, and
Yeah.
he was just like, he bought a bunch of boxes. Like Jeremy
Very cool, yeah.
Jeremy loves to display the boxes with the vehicles.
box art's very cool.
And so yeah, he got a bunch of boxes, and he got some roller skates. He brought these roller skates up, and he's like excited about it. He's like, when am I ever going to see this
The
again?
tent
Like,
that he
and then
got
he
was
found the
cool.
tent. And when I was talking to him, he's like, I'm afraid to even ask. Like, it's gonna be a lot. I think. I was like, I mean, you're gonna ask though. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not bashful. I'm afraid to hear the answer. and then
Sure.
like Rob gave him a good deal on all that stuff, like a really good deal on everything. And yeah, he was pretty stoked, and he's even messaged me since. He's like, I did really well. I'm pretty happy.
Oh,
with
and
it.
Jeremy's right though. Like especially for the vintage boxes, when you see them in person,
Yeah.
you about have to get them then because
Yeah.
shipping them is so scary,
Yeah.
so expensive and scary.
I mean,
that
it
they're even
adds
going to make it
$50
there.
to the price of the box to ship it
Yeah.
because you got to stuff it full of stuff, and then you got to put it in a big box. And at that point, it's about dimension instead of weight, and you pay a lot to have stuff like that shipped.
So happy for him that he found some boxes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we all found some things. We're going to try and get through this as fast as we can. We'll take a couple laps around the table and just kind of blast them out. Speaking of lists, though, I made a list.
Yeah.
I felt good.
I made one too, but
nerding out.
I didn't find anything. Well, sort of. Not really.
But having a list actually helped, didn't Rob?
It did. When we were all done, well, I don't know if it was good. It could have been really dangerous.
He's like, well, yeah, I got all these in the
He's
back.
like, well, he heard about me having a list, and he's like, well, let me see it because I know where things are in this store that you might have not seen. I know where things are stashed. I might have. And I'm like, shit, he's right. Here's my list. And he's like, oh, what about this and this and this? I'm like, and I think there was one thing we did find that I didn't see the first time, but yeah, so I nerded out, made a list. I got 6 things off my list anyway, which is pretty awesome.
Pretty good, yeah.
Like the thing I wanted the most, the number one thing on my list was there, and I got it in that first 10 minutes, and it's like the most exciting thing in the world, and it's this G1 Whirl.
Oh, yeah,
And
I remember that guy.
And he finishes my 1985 line, and he's missing a couple guns, but he's got all his stuff there, his canopy, his antenna, his blades, the stickers are
skis.
still there. He's got a little discoloration, but I don't give a
Does he
hoot.
get a broken fin on the one leg?
Oh, he does have a broken fin.
Okay.
Didn't even notice that till we're driving home, but I don't, it's fine. I don't.
You
it's
have
nice.
it, though.
I
So that's the
have
thing.
him. Check.
He is
Exactly.
hard to find, even in that good of
Yep,
shape.
got a couple of his guns that don't even go on him, so I'll have to learn that someday if you guys want to play it then. I don't know. Fragile, but yeah, have fun.
They go on the other gun that you don't have.
Yeah, just those arms are loosey-goosey. But anyway, he was just on my list, and I found him right away and completes the 85, and it just feels so good to complete.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a really dumb head. It looks like a camcorder,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
It's one of those that just came straight from another line.
Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, his head definitely looks like a 80s camcorder, like giant VHS thing.
I'd been looking at the G1 broadside for quite a while, bidding on some, looking around.
Hunting on Temu.
Hunting around, yeah, and he always starts out real low on eBay, but then just skyrockets
always
last
do.
minute, yeah. And I found one, and his stickers are great and fine, and he's he doesn't have his axe or guns, but he's all there, and I never have played with this mold before,
Okay.
and like right away I'm like, he's like so much taller than I thought he was. I didn't know his legs pull. Anyway.
They don't.
Okay, so he's like so much taller and heavier and beefier than I thought he was. Just freaking awesome. Totally on my list too, and it was just amazing.
Which, since you picked them up, I actually ended up getting one off of eBay
Did
for
ya?
like $15. That is in not anywhere close to this good a shape, but
Yeah, he's really neat. He's triple changer. He's a USS flag and a spaceship. I mean aircraft carrier, but
there is a toy
Sticker-
hack
yeah, of
sticker
course.
set.
of course there is.
Oh,
It's
to turn
for
it into a flag?
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Other things on my list was this TF animated freeway jazz. It's one of the few variants that I didn't have. This animated jazz came in his normal white and blue, but this, for like an episode or so, he had a special power up and turned into this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I
just
need to watch that show.
it's so good. It is amazing, man.
I'm sure I've seen a couple episodes because of Ren, but yeah.
Another one on my list is dumb, but this I have almost all these Mighty Mugs, and I have the movie Bumblebee, but I didn't have the G1 Bumblebee. So that was the first thing I found because he's just so big and dumb.
Sure.
He looks like Corey in the face. I was trying to be nice, but
A little bit.
right. But yeah. So happy to do that. I think that might complete my Mighty Mug Transformers too. And then Two
See?
more that were on my list. It's dead on.
Yeah.
That's
It's hard to tell which one was which.
youtube.com/cracktastic.
There for a second.
I got
It's like
this
there's two of you.
RID Sideburn. He's a little spy changer. He's came in a 2-pack with Daytonis. I had got Daytonis on
What does
tour.
RID stand for?
Robots in Disguise.
Okay.
It's from 2001, toy line and cartoon.
Something I probably should have known.
No, it's fine.
I mean, they've been singing Robots in Disguise in the song since 1984.
And then I'm bittersweet on this. It's the Armada dead end that goes with the Unicron, the big Unicron.
Okay.
And somewhere along the way in my moves, I've lost him, and he's the little minicon, little tiny planet that comes with him.
Like a moon that
Yep.
circles around.
And I don't have, those McDonald's Transformers. I have a double-decker
Like hot
cheeseburger.
cakes and
Oh, yeah.
I have a double-decker cheeseburger, and so that's the only one I have.
right.
So I didn't know where to put it. Do I put it in the kitchen? Because it kind of fits in the kitchen. But then Unicron has just this big presence. He's got articulated fingers and hands. So his clear hand, I have him flipping off because it lights up, and you got to do that, right? But by the other hand, I got him where I would normally have him
balls.
holding
Holding a
this.
cheeseburger.
He's holding the cheeseburger, and it's so funny to see the baddest guy ever holding a cheeseburger.
Bad guys got to eat too. you
I
know?
know. So I'm happy to finally have Dead End again, but
This is like perfect Hot Wheels scale.
oh yeah. But that's where I'll stop now. I'll let Elgin take a turn, but those are the ones that were all on my list that I literally typed up.
Right. I did make a list as well, but I didn't really find anything on it. I didn't really have a lot on it. It was just kind of random non-Motu stuff to try to finish out lines that I had started other than Motu, which a few days before I went to the corner store here in town, Corner Collectibles, and picked up this Chief Leo from the Wacky Wild West, which I have the cowboy.
So
Dawn.
wacky, so wild.
Yeah.
Turtles gone wild.
They are wild. But I did find the bow and arrow at the store. It was near the end. I was just looking through random, but I saw there was a Turtles accessory box.
I was
and
there. He's
he
telling
was.
the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I saw this whole transaction go down, and it was wonderful.
So I found it. I'm like, hey, that's Chief Leo's. I need that. So I just had it with me, and I was walking. I just had that just walking around, and then Rob was like walking past me. I'm like, hey, what do you want for this? And he's like, $2. And I just gave him $2, and then he kept walking. I'm like, sweet, thanks. But yeah, I don't. If you want to put it back in his hand, I can pass it around. But maybe there we go. But now I just need 2 more of that line. Of course, then Eddie was like, well, I just sold the Bandito at the first Cracktastic, but I was there. I'm like, for like $5. I'm like, thanks.
Real cool, Eddie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so then,
This is cultural appropriation, Leo, right?
yeah. So then later I was walking around and found some mini comics, these vintage mini comic pack-in comics. Found 3 of those. And I had those with me, and I was walking the front, and then I spied his case of dinosaurs. I was like, hey, I think that's an Imperial T-Rex. So I went behind the thing and pulled it out. And I also found a Godzilla that was the Imperial 85 Toys Godzilla. So I took both these up there, and I'm walking up there, and he's like, did you take these out of my personal dinosaur dinosaur collection? I'm like, maybe. What do you want for all that? And so he's like, well, I don't really want to sell this Godzilla. So $50 for all this? I'm like, ugh. I'm like, of these 2, which one don't you want? And he pulls out the Godzilla. I'm like, okay, so what do you want for this now? And he's like, 25. I'm like, okay, that's fine, because basically $5 a piece for
So
these.
that dinosaur, that makes the rounds in the Joe community too, because it's so close. Like the colors are different, but the sculpt is so close to the Dino Hunters one that like
Yeah,
they can't find it. So that one's like that's a placeholder until they can afford to spend hundreds of dollars on.
And those, so basically that for a pretty good price. They kind
Yeah.
of go double, sometimes more. It just depends. But yeah, I love those Imperial toy dinosaurs and any of the other figures I can find when I can find them. So And then, so I brought a guitar with me to sell because it is basically a pawn shop. So I was like, yeah, I don't know if he'll stand up. He might stand up. Yeah, perfect. So I brought this Jackson guitar that was like a Randy Rhoads style Flying V. And I'm like, well, if I can sell this and then I'll have, or trade or something. And at first I was thinking maybe of a Snake Mountain. I was trying to put one together. And I was just getting kind of frustrated that I couldn't get, there's a lot of broken pieces. And I had like 4 of them out and was like testing them, and some of them worked and some didn't, like the voice thing worked. And I was just like, I'll just put that back. So I was kind of wandering around, went down the basement, and then came back up, and I saw all these starting lineup figures, which I do a starting lineup Sunday post every Sunday, or try to. And I'm like, those are really around, a certain price. So if I get a bunch of them together, and then I could probably just be like, I have all these. And then I can kind of say,
what? These are all here.
Yeah. So I basically got a basket full. And this is kind of just the part 1 of that. I ended up getting 30 of them.
You don't have to pass them around.
On card to trade for that guitar. So basically a straight up trade for the guitar and like 30 of these on card starting lineups. So I have Andujar Cedeno, who plays for the Astros. I think he has
a real name.
Yep. These are all fake names, by the way. And then I have Eddie Murray, not Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
Same dude.
Yeah, same guy.
Different clothes.
Never seen them together, so he's part of the 500 home run club and 3,000 hits. Also a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna open all these up later because some of them were kind of, the cards are kind of, the plastic's kind of bad, but I just open them up. I'll probably do a giant video of opening them all up and talking about them later. There's Jay Buhner from the Mariners, for part of the winningest team in baseball at one point. Mark Newfield. I don't remember that guy. And some of them had these special collector coins, like this Cecil Fielder, whose son Prince Fielder used to play.
That's my generation.
Yeah, he hit 50 home runs, and his son also hit 50 home runs.
This is a toy podcast, not a sports podcast.
Sports ball. Sandy Alomar also has a little coin.
But you play sports and you play with toys, so it's the same thing.
Yeah,
and those are toys of sports people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's coming all together. This one has a free limited edition uncut baseball collector card poster with 4 proofs of purchase. So maybe I'll send these in my time machine.
See what happens.
Yeah. There's Dennis Eckersley, who's he's a pitcher, but he's not even in a pitching position, which is weird.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
He's like a coach. At first, I thought, I was like, they made coach starting out, and then I was like, Eckersley, what?
He wasn't a very good pitcher, so they didn't want people to know.
So terrible, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Tim Raines, also another 91 with the little collector coins. That.
He's in the bathroom in the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just put it in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Tim Raines would have been in the Hall of Fame sooner if he wouldn't have played the exact same position to Ricky Henderson and had the exact same skill set.
Yeah.
Except
So
Ricky Henderson was just better.
Yeah. He's in the mop closet.
Yeah. We got Wade Boggs, who famously drank 127 beers on an airplane flight.
What?
Yep. Look it up.
Okay.
Not right
I
now.
thought that was Andre the Giant.
He also did that.
Well, Andre the Giant swallowed Wade Boggs after he finished.
Exactly. We got Chuck Knobloch.
Norris?
No, not Chuck Norris. Chuck Knobloch, who ended up forgetting how to play. He got the yips.
Oh, the yips guy.
Along with Steve Sachs.
Oh,
also
yeah.
had that. And then good old Felix Jose, who comes with a superstar poster.
Nice.
Yeah, this one was clearanced, even. But some of these starting lineups came with little posters, along with baseball cards and coins, and sometimes 2 baseball cards if you get lucky. So that's part 1 to be continued.
You know those nights on tour when Corey's playing guitar and we're like, does he have the yips?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Spinny.
I don't even remember being on tour.
It's like, yeah, what tour?
Oh.
It's been a while. I got things. I got all the primes. Apparently,
You went prime crazy. It's about time.
This is one of the 2 set, which Jason probably has over there.
Beast
too.
Wars versus set.
Beast Wars versus set.
Does yours stand up? Mine don't.
He can.
Nice try.
Not
Ocean.
if you do that.
Yeah, you pushed way too hard.
I already forget
Optimus.
which one this is.
Earth Spark.
The Earth Spark, yes. Earth Spark Optimus Prime,
Earth Spark Deluxe class.
which is not bad.
I don't think I showed it.
You did show it?
I didn't. But I'll show both the same. I didn't show that one.
I'll show mine.
And then
Okay,
this is
perfect.
Rise of the Beast, isn't it?
It's Prime versus Prime. What happened?
This is a Rise of the Beast.
Rise of the Beast. Good movie, by the
Optimus
way.
Prime. It was pretty good.
Really liked it.
Yeah, I stole it from the internet the other night.
Did you like
And
it?
then
I didn't.
one of my big purchases. So those two primes we got at the Walmarts before.
Oh, you
but it
cheated.
was- yeah, but it was on the trip.
It counts.
It's the Squatty Potty Prime.
Yeah, that's a good way.
But one of my bigger purchases of the few is Machine Wars Optimus Prime with his trailer, which
Interesting.
turns into like a. I don't really want to transform it right now.
Super
but
neat little base
Turns into
gun
like
station.
a battle station like cannon thing that his hands actually like fit on.
That front sticker is
Badass, right?
odd.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just
And
different.
It's
so
way
it
different.
came with
It looks
with
like a
his
hockey
gun,
logo.
but not the right gun.
The left gun.
But
Is this where the Jawas are? in this thing?
Nice Sandcrawler.
The thing I do like about that is it does have an extra wheel underneath,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it
a little
it's
training
still
wheel.
usable,
Spare
like
wheel.
moves.
fan, yeah.
Forgot what it's- Oh, the gun that I
Uh-huh.
have that came with it, it was like from a different version of that, which he didn't have there. So
Same gun,
same gun,
Hmm.
but like a
wrong
different
ver-
color
mold
plastic.
version. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
So it was neat.
yeah,
At least
you
you
gonna
still
spray
got the
paint
gun.
it's on my desk.
I would not.
That's my part one.
All right, Corey Canny.
I only have one part because I didn't buy nearly as much stuff. as
Right, we
everybody
go to
else
the
did.
Joe store, and the Joe guy's like, I
Well, I
should have
mean,
brought
that's
more
the thing.
money.
Yeah, I
right
needed
away,
to
you're
bring-
like, I
yeah.
fucked up, guys.
I mean, I bought more stuff than I brought, but the stuff that I didn't bring was like parts that I needed
Yeah.
to complete other stuff. Like, I found the windshield for the whale,
Fuck
and
yeah.
one of the tabs was broken. I'm like, well, this is broken, so he's gonna give this to me for nothing, and he basically did. Like that was the last piece I needed for my whale, and I was gonna bring it tonight, and then I sprained my fucking ankle today, and I didn't trust myself to carry it up out of my basement and all the way to the car.
It's a big boy.
Down
yeah.
to this basement.
And down to this basement. Like, it would have been in 100 pieces. And, yeah. So, but I completed my whale. Like
Yay.
that feels really good.
Congrats.
So, and yeah, I mean, especially because, like, I'm probably into it for about maybe $100.
That's-
Like, total into and
People are swerving off the roads right now.
yeah, I mean, like if I sold it, if I sold it tomorrow, like easy $250, $300. Like I finished that whale cheap. Thanks to Jeremy for giving me the shell.
I'll
But
give you $100 for
How
it.
many shells did he have for the whale sitting down in the basement?
I didn't
was
even
seven.
look.
There was a few.
There was
like
a lot.
table full.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a
And there
big
were
box
more
of
like I
whales.
think there were more in the boxes of like customized stuff. I
Oh,
think,
man.
but
There was like a box of them.
oh man, I got some parts, but like the figures that I got this dude. This is Backblast, and Backblast comes with his red rocket launcher, which like this is so dumb. There's nothing to hold these rockets in. I lost one like when I got home. Immediately lost
oh
one.
no!
Uh-oh.
Found it under the couch today when I was sitting on the couch crying about my ankle. I looked down like, oh, hey, red rocket. And then I grabbed the red rocket and put it with the thing. But, yeah, and then I got that dude. I've been looking for him for a while, and I passed over him several times because, like, every time I'm like, I'm going to get him eventually for cheap. I got Tiger Force Saddam Hussein,
That's not his name.
Bazooka. But Joe, people know who I'm talking about.
It does look.
Yeah, I got Tiger Force Saddam Hussein. That was Bazooka. That was one of the dudes that. Yeah, I think I'm missing like maybe 2 now from the original Tiger Force run. So I was pretty excited to get him.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like I said, a bunch of parts that I needed for other stuff. And then I got 3 Hot Wheels. There's a Camaro and a Nissan Skyline and like a little, I think it's a Nissan mini truck. And it's all, yeah, like I'd say it every time, but it's Eddie's and Russell's fault for getting me into the Hot Wheels. But yeah, and then I really wanted to get like a superstructure for my flag.
You really were.
And it was hard to walk out of there and not spend the money that day. But like I'm gonna have to, like we're gonna be making a trip down south like sometime in the next year, like my wife and I. And
There were so many parts. I was just so shocked you didn't get one together.
I know, and he was like, depending on condition. I said, how much for like a complete superstructure? He's like, well, depending on condition, like anywhere from $75 to $200.
Yep.
And I was like, oh man, all right, so.
Oh, so like a real price? Dang it.
Yeah, but I mean, Jeremy and I hunted through and put one together, and like I had all the parts there, and I'm like, okay, do I get this and like put some of this stuff back and like not like,
Right.
But I mean, I really needed the parts, and I really needed the figures, and I didn't really need the So I mean, I walked up there and I said, hey, here's my stuff. And he's like, all right, cool. And then he got back to it. Eventually, he was doing some other stuff with other customers, and I wasn't going anywhere time soon. And so I finally walked up there, and he basically shot me the price that I was going to start with, like trying to haggle with him. He's like, how about this much money? And I was like, yes. Here you go.
That's exactly
We're all
what
done
happened
here.
to me, too. I was like, oh.
So then I just, like, after I paid for my stuff, I just wandered around with Jeremy and, like, helped him find stuff. And, like, yeah, he bought that G.I. Joe tent, and, like, we went and took it out of the case and, like, took it all out of the box and counted all the pieces and matched. Because there's a parts inventory on the back of the box. So we did an inventory to make sure it was complete. And, yeah, like, and then wandered around with Eddie and looked at Hot Wheels for a while, and wandered around with Elgin and watched him dig through bins and find his bow. And
I almost put together a fright zone. I found some pieces too, but it didn't come together. I was like, maybe. I was like, there's enough pieces, but no, it didn't work out.
But and then there was also like lunch and
he bought lunch for us. Which
that
was
was
nice guy, Rob Ross.
From a food truck, a Cajun.
Oh my God, it was
Cajun
so good.
food.
The dirty rice, like
it was all good. The Cajun fries,
everything. Oh my God, I ate so
Those
much
balls.
food, and then the girls that like went and picked it up were like,
the egg
"Oh
rolls.
shit, we found a whole other bag of food."
the brisket egg rolls or whatever.
Yeah, the
My
brisket egg.
Lord.
Oh
yeah, it was
man,
good.
We like food.
Yeah.
Back before we knew we all liked toys, we used to tour around and go to fancy, like, diners, drive-ins, drive spots, and, like, good food places.
Yeah.
So when there's good food, us boys can put it away.
Yeah. Even after having a large breakfast.
I know, we
The
did,
breakfast
too.
was good. What was the name of the place we went?
Springfield Avenue Cafe.
Yeah,
It was yummy.
It was.
it was really good. Anyway,
Good times.
Is that your
moving
stuff?
on. I'm done. Yeah, that's all I have that is noteworthy. The rest of it was just like some just other stuff like missile boxes for snowcats and stuff. So
Cool. Well, I got some. I got a bunch of G2 stuff I didn't expect. I mean, I had these two guys on my list too. There's a G2 Sea Spray, which he's the same colors, but he's got the metallic blue.
He's shiny.
Oh
It's
yeah,
cool.
he's beautiful and he's in great shape. Got all his propeller fins. And then I got this G2 Beachcomber.
He's shiny.
That's got his roll cage. It's beautiful green and orange. So pretty. So beautiful. And then I'd never seen these guys before ever in person. They are G2 color changers.
What?
Yep. We got which one was which? This is Jetstorm. Oh man.
Just drop him anywhere. It's fine.
Yep. Jetstorm. And so they're missing their they all come with little
It's like a hose with a little.
a hose with a bladder
Yeah.
Okay.
that's with a push button. So when
Oh.
it's in robot or when it's in vehicle mode, you can like spray water.
Oh.
So it's a neat little thing.
Mist spray.
And so this, I believe this one was Jetstorm.
Yes.
I want to transform this, but he's so tight like I'm afraid to.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I feel like I'm gonna break him.
And then
I'm not going to.
this guy's name is GoBots.
Okay.
GoBots, the Transformer.
I like. Were they trying to get the license? What was they doing here?
So his name is GoBots.
Mm-hmm. GoBots.
With
I
an
think it
S.
was
With an
probably
S.
more of a slap in the face than trying to get.
Yeah,
a license.
probably. And he colored. Yeah, I don't know what part changes color on that guy, but this white part was
The chest
orange,
piece.
and now it's just stayed the color that it would have turned into white. So it's just stayed white now. It lost all its power.
Oh, so it doesn't color change?
Yeah, not anymore. Well, I haven't got it wet to make sure, but
You should probably talk dirty to it.
okay, moving on.
Hey,
And
girl.
then, parts box. There's totes in the back. There's like, let's dig through these broken things. Who knows what you'll find?
Yeah.
And I had a G2 Optimus, but I didn't have a trailer. And then here's this trailer.
Yay!
I mean, it's broke as shit. There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
But it's gonna sit on the shelf and
Sticker
look
looks good
pretty.
on the
But
outside,
look at
though.
the
Yeah.
sticker.
The sticker's awesome.
Oh, I know. And like,
And it's got the back flap.
Yeah,
It's got
that's
the
not
back flap.
broken.
and it'll go really nice in the display with my other G2 stuff. So really excited for that.
This logo looks like a 80s band or something.
Yeah, man. Well, it's 90s, which is crazier.
Yeah.
I got this Needle Nose. He's cool. Never played with him before. He's nice.
Heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, G1 Needle Nose. He was really cool. I like his transformation. He like does the splits extra hard. You'll know when you see it. Got this animated activators Bumblebee. I can't remember what patrol. Yeah, so it's like the kid line within the line of animated,
Okay.
and they have more of a 1, 2, 3 step gimmick
Sure.
with it. But he's got one of the floppiest legs ever. But and then I got a couple G1 Power Masters. Pretty darn excited about that. I got this Darkwing. Never had or played with him before.
call DW.
Darkwing Duck.
And just
Let's get
in love with those colors. Look at that turquoise. Those two blues with that purple and gray is fucking gorgeous.
That looks pretty good.
I love it. And thanks to Eddie for learning how to transform that sucker. He's got a really neat transformation. And then this was kind of on my list, but I never thought I'd ever see one. Just because on a recent episode of Triple Takeover, they talked about this guy, and it really got me wanting to get him. But it's a Power Master Slapdash, and he's got a little bit of parts formery-ness, but parts come off and move around. But he's got a really neat transformation. He's big and bulky and blocky and beautiful. I just love him. Has his weapon. The only thing he's missing is his little Power Master dude. Same with the other guy. Don't have the little dude, but
Does it fit in the back then? Is that cool?
yeah.
Those are some bright colors.
Great colors. That yellow with that softer blue. It's really neat.
Yeah.
And again, an amazing transformation. That's a late G1 Europe only release.
Oh, cool.
So
Interesting.
and then a couple non-transformers. I got this Kremzeek, who's just a character from the cartoon. There's like one episode, maybe two, but one he's like the ghost in the machine. He breaks out and then he jumps into
Gotcha.
machines and takes over, and he's a little shithead.
Like
He looks like
an
an asshole.
electric thing.
Yep. So he's neat. I
cool.
can't remember what set he came with, but he was loose in a box. I'm like, I need another one of those.
So as a battery.
Yeah, it looks like it. I
So it
haven't
does
gotten any
something.
farther what he does or does with what, but. And then lastly, for Michelle, I got an amiibo of a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild character.
That's cool.
And yeah, she loves her amiibos and doesn't have many Zelda ones, so I'm always looking out. And there they were sitting behind the counter. I was like, Rob, can I go behind the counter? He's like, get going. And I'm
Get
like,
back here.
All right. But neat little thing.
Yeah.
Amiibos, it's a cool concept and all
Yeah.
that. So
They can. You can usually get them with like pre-orders on games. You can order them and want them as well. But yeah.
it's neat how I mean, I don't game and haven't forever, but it's cool that they gave a somewhat of a toy interaction with a video game, and you can play them with them together. It's really cool.
Yeah,
I sound
definitely.
so old. Okay, so I think that, and then yeah, some loose weapons and stuff
Sure.
I was looking for, which was so happy to find. And that's it. Oh, all right, Elgin.
All right, finish up these starting lineups.
Get,
That I
whoa,
have.
get her going.
Yeah. So I got another 91 George Bell. He also has a little collector coin. And there he is there. Play for the Cubs.
There, I fixed your guy so his leg doesn't
Why don't you put a
flop all
little
over.
A little
business on it?
stuff. I got a 91 Barry Larkin. Also has a collector coin with it as well. There is actually, I found out just recently that there's a, knocked over this pile, that there's a variant or like a mistake on on one of these. They put Barry Larkin's head on another dude, and so that's like a
Rare variant.
yeah, a mistake on another second baseman.
Huh.
I think it's like Chuck Not the kind of white guy's head. They put Barry Larkin's
no.
head instead.
You need that.
But yeah, so that's out there apparently.
Wow.
But
Whoops.
there's the OG Barry Larkin, MVP in some year. I got Al Martin. I don't remember him, but he played for the Pirates, I guess.
Arr.
Al Martin the Pirate.
Yep.
Doesn't
Got
really incite a lot of fear.
John Franco, who pitched forever. He was back in the day a loogie or a left out one out guy reliever. So he just came in to get one guy out, and he's a left-hander. So he basically played for like 50 years.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're only throwing a few pitches a day.
You only throw to one guy, and then you're out of the game. And he comes with a little coin too.
You
But
can't do that anymore.
no, you can't. You have to actually pitch. I got good old Chris Sabo, most famously known for wearing glasses, and also
Weirdo.
corking his bat. He
Oh,
comes with the
yeah.
91 coin for the Reds, Rookie of the Year in some year. Jeff King also played for the Pirates. Getting a lot of NL Central teams here. I suppose it makes sense because we're in Missouri and there was a lot of. Anyway, so Jeff King. We got Roger Clemens, who's not in the Hall of Fame, but probably should, but is not because of all the steroids he took. Supposedly.
Jeez, get all political.
All right, we're gonna start some controversy,
Yeah.
baseball controversy, with our 3 other listeners that know baseball.
Exactly.
Elgin at yahoo.com.
We got Jack McDowell, famously flipped off people in a game. Good old Black Jack McDowell.
Mhm.
He got mad and flipped people off on the mound.
That's what you do.
Scott Cooper from the Red Sox. I don't remember him at all. We got Dave Magadan from the Mets, 91 with the collector coin. I don't remember him from the Mets. Tom Pagnozzi from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Corey might know him. I don't remember him. Yeah. Catcher.
Yep.
Jeff
Good
Manto from Orioles, Baltimore Orioles. I don't remember him. Jim Abbott, he only had one hand, and he also pitched a no-hitter.
He was also on an episode of Boy Meets World.
Awesome.
Ah.
So he put his glove on his stump, and then after he pitched, he put the glove back on, and then caught, and then put it back on his stump, and then threw. Probably shouldn't say stump. That's probably, but that's what
Elgin at yahoo.
his
Nub.
nub. His nub.
Worse, you're making it worse.
But
He's a weird.
it's a
little
great. It's
fuck.
actually it's a great story. It's his story is actually pretty
Tentacle.
It's
awesome.
really great. Yeah.
Especially
Awesome dude.
throwing a no hitter and all the things he had to go through to and made it into Major League. It's an actually awesome story. Speaking of awesome stories, John Kruk had testicular cancer, and because he got hit with a ball in the crotch at one point.
Mother crucker.
Yeah,
Ouch.
he lost to the Blue Jays in the World Series. Speaking of Blue
Rub it
Jays,
in.
there's John Olerud, first baseman, lefty first baseman, which is what you kind of want in a first baseman because his glove's on the correct hand.
Correct. You mean nearest. the field.
toward the field as opposed
Not
to
correct
the
necessarily.
left hand. Anyway.
2 more, huh?
We got Sweet Lou Whitaker. I play for the
Sweet
Tigers.
Lou.
Got 2 baseball cards in this one. He's got his rookie card.
Aw.
So that starting lineup created. Probably from Topps. And we got Kirby Puckett,
Nice.
2
2-time
tears in a
World
bucket. Kirby
Series
Puckett.
winner. Exactly.
I love that way too much.
And Ben McDonald with a 91 collector's coin, which I don't even remember this guy at all. But he played for the Orioles, so
I thought
that's
you were going
cool.
to say, I don't even remember 1991.
Yeah, 91. That was,
You can go
10?
Kirby Puck yourself.
yeah. That's all of the starting lineups that I have, and I'll probably see him again in another video
On Sundays. a lot of Sundays.
called Epic Unboxing of Starting Lineup. That I'll probably do and open all those and talk about them again. So that should be fun.
Yeah.
Look forward to that on the
Very
YouTubes.
cool. Well, Spooty, before you get into fixing my toy live on the show,
Yeah.
let's finish up this amazing trip
Got 2 things.
to Missouri.
I don't know what his name was, like what Rob called him. I'm calling him Mustard Prime.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I would have gone with Dandelion,
Yeah.
Sunflower Prime.
Rob did have a name. He'll leave a
There
comment.
is an actual name for it, but it's a third-party Optimus Prime.
Butterscotch Prime.
Ooh, I like that a little more.
He is pretty sweet. He's pretty close to like the MP1, MPO1.
Sweet.
Couple little differences, but mostly that he's not, half die-cast.
Banana pudding, Brian.
That's good.
Delicious.
Because you got the wafer on the bottom.
Right?
Moon Pie Prime.
This clear sword axe is pretty badass.
And
Yeah.
his eyes light up.
I'll do it. Beep. Bzz. It might have worked on him.
Yeah,
It's neat.
probably.
Had you even seen that guy before?
I have.
I had
yeah.
not.
So he was
never
at Transformer Con, or TF Con in Chicago.
Hmm.
There's several other colors
Really?
Oh.
of that, too.
So it's the first of the ones you're going to have to get now.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'm
What?
probably not going to pass it around.
Aw.
I mean, I can.
No.
No.
No, you shouldn't.
It's-
Unless you want
I'm
to
not going to put Mustard
get it
Prime
up
in
here
front
to
of
the
Is that a
camera.
Gundam?
That is not a Gundam.
Grab him by his ass.
Wow.
And then, yeah.
That looks like a Predaking.
So it's a third-party Pretty King with a
Whoa.
big fucking sword.
Dude.
I did actually take him apart.
Did you?
Yeah.
Into all his bits?
I got them into like animal mode. And I'm like, I'm just gonna put them back together. That was a couple hours.
So you didn't
That's
see
a
the
lot.
robot modes of each yet.
No.
I'll look online at pictures. Look at that thing. That soft mutity purple is fucking
And
amazing
if you
that
pull
blue.
up on the guns on his shoulders, they extend.
Pull harder.
Dude, look at that
That's as far as
thing.
And you can take the wings will come off and like the guns will actually like fold over on his shoulders,
Ooh.
I
Cool.
like fold
face forward.
like that.
But-
Cool.
Whoa.
And then he's got like an extra gun thing that's kind of just sitting on his.
It's like probably all their
His
individual
thigh.
guns turned
Yeah.
into one super gun.
That's pretty
Yeah.
rad.
Because the sword isn't normally a part of it. It's like an
Cool.
extra.
I knew when we walked in, it's in the case, and I know Spooty saw it right away and was talking about it right away, and I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take. And then about 14 laps later, we've eaten lunch. We're like, are we
As
about?
he's guarding it,
we were-
sitting next to it.
Right, he
Great,
kind of was.
Great sales tactic, by the way, Rob.
Rob,
he's just like he's
I've
like.
bragged about
I don't know
that.
how long you guys are planning on staying, but I ordered lunch. I'm like, all right.
We all bought stuff after being
yeah,
forced
definitely.
to stay there. Forced with the delicious
so-
food.
I was hoping to get a Jetfire,
Mm.
or a Megatron,
Mm-hmm.
and those are 100 plus a piece
Easy.
for a decent one. And I was planning on maybe getting both if
Yeah.
they had them.
Sure.
So like,
You couldn't
He's-
take all that money home. You
Yeah.
had to.
No, of course
What-
not.
You couldn't leave this guy.
yeah.
Dude, it's
That's
fucking
insane.
So
beautiful.
they
I'm
also
not
have,
jealous
like,
in any
the
way.
regular color version of them there too. But
I
This
know.
one's so much cooler.
That
Oh
is.
my gosh. If you, youtube.com/cracktasticplastic, you aren't going to believe this. This thing is just the most beautiful.
What are the original colors?
It's like orange and black.
and
This is
yellow,
yellow.
orange,
That's
yellow, black.
that's better.
Yeah.
It's
so
darker
cool.
and more
I mean,
menacing.
the other one
Yeah,
is still
definitely.
really cool. But
Yep. And he'll get that too. Don't worry.
Probably.
Well, all right, guys. Those are all the toys we got in a few hours. But
Definitely worth
Yes.
the drive.
easy.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the drive again sometime soon-ish.
Okay, you're driving next time. Both you two.
I drove.
Those two.
Oh.
He's talking about us.
Hey, Jeremy offered to drive.
That's true.
Yeah.
And everyone else was like, it feels weird. I'm so used to driving.
Yeah.
You know, got a van full
Jeremy
of
drives
alphas.
truck
Exactly.
on the weekend,
No.
so he's just like, yeah. Eddie hates driving. I mean, no, that's not true. But
Yeah. We all drive. It's like,
So that's Peddler's Post, 110 East Jackson Street, Bolivar, Missouri. We talked about it on episode 19, way back
Way
years
back.
ago,
pre-video, probably.
probably. But it was so great to. Let's go back. When are we going back?
When I have money.
It was so good
Yeah.
to finally get there because we really had been talking about it for the whole time the show's been going. We've secretly been trying to find a way to get down there. So
yeah, and then few months ago, I was like, all right, let's pick a date.
finally, and it was nice. It was really great that Jeremy and Eddie got to
Yeah.
come with us.
Yeah,
That was actually.
And
it was a lot of fun.
we'll need them on tour as merch guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Jeremy, like Rob, would just, no shirt, painted stuff on their chests kind of thing. I could see it.
Tambourine.
Tambourine, yep.
Yeah,
So yes, you can find them on Facebook, Peddler's Post Bolivar. We've linked it in a bunch of stuff. You'll
Yeah.
see videos we took of our trip already. But yeah, thanks Rob for showing us a really great time. It
Thank
was
you.
It
awesome.
was awesome.
Awesome hospitality and everything. So.
Okay, well, before we go today, I just want to give everyone a quick reminder that if you like the show, you want to support us and help us out with what we're doing here, at least if you can, tell a friend. We appreciate you listening and watching the videos. It's really great. But
So it's probably like what, no store tour? But
this was
kind of the whole thing.
not really a talking toys unless you wanted to.
No,
Mention anything.
Eddie's.
no. I mean
talking
Eddie.
shit
Eddie.
and,
No, like Eddie
It was
just
sweet.
mentioned something about how awesome of a time he had. So
Yeah.
he's
That's good.
even though I talk shit to him practically
All day,
constantly.
every day.
Yeah, I'm his worst friend.
I think he'd agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I only know that because he told me I'm his worst friend.
And if you want to do more than tell your friends you do like, you can head over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. There's some tiers there. You could give a couple bucks a month or, some change you find in your couch cushion, a cup of coffee, whatever, every little bit. Doesn't take much, but it really helps the show a lot. And that's patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. We have a few patrons over there now and I'd like to give them a shout out. We got Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, and Alex LaForest. Thank you guys so much
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
being awesome.
Hashtag Kevin's booty.
I don't know who that is.
He's not a Patreon.
Yeah. No, we don't. We hate that guy. So we're going to get out of here and plan our next trip. What do you say?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
We need to get to Kane County, guys.
Oh, no.
Gotta go. Well, anyway, thanks everyone for watching and listening. See you next time.
Bro.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.